You know, Dolph, I love movies. I love entertainment. And often deciding what to do with our retirement savings can feel like this scene from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
He chose poorly.
There are so many choices out there that we sometimes avoid even making a decision because we're afraid we might do the wrong thing. Any advice on how to make sure that as regular people, not financial professionals, but to make sure that we wisely choose when it comes to the future of our wealth?
If you feel comfortable with it and you know it and you've done your research on it, then you've probably chosen wisely. I'm sure if you're buying a car, you're going to do your research on it. If you're going to buy a television, you're going to do your research on it. If you're going to have an Apple phone or an Android, you're going to have your research on it. And especially if you buy your home, you're going to make sure it's in the right area and all that stuff. So those are some important holdings in your life. But guess what the bigger picture is your financial portfolio. Now, if you're going to do that much research on your home, don't you think you owe yourself the same thing to do the same research with your money and your future? Absolutely, in my opinion. And that's what we talk about. That's what's discussed all the time, even in the book. It's talked about when we meet with clients. And I look at Greg and Leslie, and they're good clients of mine for about 6 or 7 months now. And they went through this whole thing with their advisor where the advisor actually had access to their portfolio and could make changes on their online access. And they didn't understand why. And they were really confused to why their portfolio was it was like a roller coaster. And they wanted to protect themselves. And there were different options for income, and the guy presented them 1 or 2 options. They went to somebody else, and somebody else presented them 1 or 2 options. They heard the show, they came in, and they read the Patrick Kelly book, Stress-Free Retirement, and it showed them a different way of looking at it. We spent 4 Saturdays in a row, and we went over, Kristen, God is my witness, probably about 17 or 18 different options and different companies with them, until we just narrowing it down, until we found out what they were actually looking for. And then they felt comfortable, and now they're excited. They're both retiring in July, and it's a wonderful story because Greg and Leslie were in a state of, are we going to have enough money and enough income? And we don't feel comfortable with what this 1 or 2 options are. When they saw that we've spent 4 Saturdays in a row with them and hours upon hours narrowing down what's going to make them happy, they felt comfortable. Now they're comfortable, and it's a big difference. So if you're going to take your time and research a home, you're going to take your time and research other things. It never hurts to take a second opinion in your portfolio. Read the book. Do your homework. Make sure it's right for you. What's right for your neighbor John and Joe or what's right for Jim the plumber down the street might not be right for you because it's not a one-size-fits-all world.
Mm-hmm. It's not. It has to be right for you. And that's what Dolph does when he cultivates a Where Do I Stand plan. It's about you. It's not about what other people do or what Wall Street's talking about. It's what do you need? What do you have? How are you going to accomplish the things you've worked so hard for? Dolph will do a detailed analysis of your risk tolerance and look at all of your specific Social Security benefit options, talk about healthcare costs, how to incorporate those. It's all about finding out if you have the right retirement income plan when you're over 55 that fits your lifestyle and what you've worked so hard for. And always at clearincomeforlife.com.